Ralph, what did you think? Was this the right fit for you?
Yeah, it was. He's been a terrific coach. There's no doubt about that. I mean, what he's done with the 49ers defense has been remarkable. It was the worst defense in football when he took over in 2017. And the last 2 years, it's been in the top five. And this year, they lost everybody on that defense, all their top players. And still, I think it finished ranked fifth in the league. So he's obviously a terrific coach. His players love him. I mean, I have never met a player who played for him that didn't swear by him as a leader. And to me, this is sort of an abstract concept, but I think you need a guy with a presence, and he has it. You see him on the sideline; he's fiery, he's emotional. His players will do anything for him. I think that's something that the Jets haven't had. Certainly didn't have in Adam Gase. It wasn't publicly what they had in Todd Bowles. This is a guy who's going to come in, and there is going to be a big jolt of energy throughout the organization.
And Ralph, we talked about this yesterday, that, they, like you said, they brought in Arthur Smith for that second interview, an offensive guy. Well, Saleh's that defensive guy. Do you think that made the big difference?
I still don't think that it makes a big difference. I think that, I'm sure he has spoken to them about who he wants as his offensive coordinator. And there's a lot of speculation about Mike LaFleur, one of the co-offensive coordinators out in San Francisco, coming with him, which would obviously be terrific. The Shanahan offense out there has been fantastic. I'm sure that the offensive part of this was a big part of the interview, but they wanted a leader. They did not want a guy who was just a quarterback guru or an offensive whiz or a defensive whiz. They wanted a guy that could control the whole picture, stand in front of the team, inspire confidence, and give it that jolt of energy. And again, everything I've heard about Robert Saleh, everything I've seen from him, it screams leader. And that's what I think they saw in this guy, more so than one side of the ball.
Ralph, you mentioned the presence and the fiery personality that we see on the sidelines as a coordinator. How does that translate as the head coach, as the quote-unquote CEO of the whole football team?
Well, I mean, you never know. That's the truth here. We can sing his praises, his players can sing his praises, and you never know until a guy is in charge exactly how he's going to respond. But being a coordinator, you're in front of half the team. And there are times where you address the whole team, so they can see that. I'm sure he has worked closely with Shanahan out in San Francisco to learn what he doesn't know yet about being a head coach. But you just never know until he's in that position how he's going to handle things. But again, what they know about him is not a guy whose nose is in the defensive play card or who has no interest in the rest of the things that go on. He's a guy that has inspired those players, who's led those players, and all the qualities you'd want in a leader of an entire team, they seem to be there.